am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. I remember the ocean moon, memories die out too hard. But we were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest tears. We set our mind at fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. I'm in a tropic club.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Birds jumping and I hear my name, grasping into a life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah. light is gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah.
Alright, we're back. Almost just a second more. Sorry. By the looks of it, stream performance is struggling a little bit, but let's see what we can do. Let's hope it all works good, because we need to practice now. I'll be switching scenes in just a minute. Let me just have Discord in the background. Hello Sohail, welcome to the stream. Just finishing a little bit of setups because at the moment I have to make sure that everything is proper when I get into the practice session and everything for the race. So yep, we'll transition quickly, and I believe we have set things up already. Yep, here we go. So the race is also set up, and we'll just head straight into it. I really wanted to continue playing Forza tonight, but since I have this race thing happening, I cannot actually do that. So we'll focus on Formula 1 for today. Probably won't be. We'll try and not make it that long of a stream, or I don't know if during the race, like during the session or whatever, if I'm needed to join Discord or something, I doubt my PC will be able to take it. So let's check setups. So we'll do a little bit of messing around here and there in Formula 1 for a while. Let's do it.
Turns 9 and 10 are very tricky. Ignore 9 almost entirely. Stay in the middle and take it straight so that you're set up for 10. If it gives you problems, remember that it's all about exit speed.
Alright. So well, one huge problem that I'm facing, or that rather is gonna bother me throughout, is the fact that the league that I'm gonna participate in at the moment has assists enabled. Like we have to, they are restricted assists, and we have to drive on those particular assists only. We can't switch them off. Holy shit, I forgot DRS is also this thing. Bloody hell. Oopsie, fucking hell. Wait, let me see what's poppin' with the settings. And so traction I have to keep medium. I can enable racing line as well, so that's no problem. Now they've also asked us to enable braking
We're fourth in the
assists.
speed trap, 323.0 kilometers per hour.
We'll keep the racing line enabled, and and I don't know whether I should actually stream the quali session or no. Also, I'm already down to 24% tire wear. What the fuck? DRS enabled for this time. Alright, so by the looks of it, we are too high on the downforce.
Okay, just want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control them.
Engineer quiet.
Okay, copy that.
He talks way too much, fam. One thing about the previous Formula 1 games was that you had this command where you can literally just tell the engineer to shut up. Like the command was shut up. Now for some reason in this game they have removed that, and it's only like, okay, engineer talk less, engineer quiet, engineer don't give updates. The previous one was much better where you could just tell him that, bro, shut up, let me race. 130.1. This is not ideal. This is very slow according to my pace. Also, is this stream lagging? Please let me know in the chat if there is anything that's going wrong with the stream on a technical part, like audio lag, anything at all. Please let me know so that I can fix it. Buffering for me. Alright. So we have a 1.1 second advantage on a new set of tires. We'll take that. We'll try and go for another fast lap, and this time we'll try and focus better. We need to get a good lap in this time around. We will be facing a little bit of traffic around. So we are probably a little positive on our delta. We're up by a tenth. Two tenths in the first sector. No, I botched it there. Like, even with the bloody assists on, I can't drive. I drive better with the assists off. What is this sorcery? These assists are just gonna make my lap time slower and slower. But then again, what we need to also understand here is that at the moment we are in a practice session and not in a quali. So track evolution still remains. 129.5 again, not great. Off it then actually we cannot, because the thing is that this league that I'm participating in, where I'm going to be racing other players, actually other real proper players, there is a restriction on it where we have to keep this set of assists enabled. So that is something that I actually cannot do. And while I do drive without assist generally in whatever particular this thing I do when it comes to Formula 1, the game at least,
Session is drawn to a close.
this time I cannot. So I have to now practice how to drive with assists, because all this while I have been learning how to drive without assists. I've been learning proper steering inputs. I've been learning to perfect my braking techniques and accelerating perfectly out of corners, things like that. So now I need to let go of all of that and, you know, understand it in a completely different manner right now, where I learn it in a completely different way, where I don't have assists. I mean, I do have assists, in fact. Also, one more thing that I'm worried about is the setup, because I'm 30 and 20 on this particular setup, which is giving me a good time, but on this I'm 22 and 25. So straight line speed is much better, and this is something that I should have actually done in the practice sessions, but I'm doing it now because I'm stupid. Well, let's give it a try, but let's give it a try with this setup at least. Or you know what, let me just check out the other setup once.
The car settings screen on your multifunction display
Mate,
will
shut
allow you
up.
to change various settings as you drive.
451
Open the display with the
71
MFD button.
5146.
You can then navigate up and down to the setting you want to change.
Bro, somebody shut this guy up. My god. 7151, and it was something, and this was maximum transmission was 50 and 51, I believe. Let's try
Okay, there
that.
are only a
22
few
and
cars
25.
out on track. We should consider getting out there.
Well, I am completely botching my setup right now, but let's give it a try. Let's see. The only way I'm gonna get it right now is by doing trial and error methods. That's the only way I'm gonna nail it. Yep, so front brake bias, we need F50. We are clear behind, but we have people up front. quali sim first lap. Let's see how it goes for us. I'm gonna keep forgetting to enable DRS every time. I am so certain about it. Let's go, hold it across. I don't know if I went purple in the first sector. Okay, I can see the purple lines now in the second sector. Let's see what happens in the last. What kind of a time can we put in? A 128.5, which is not bad. Impressive. Oh, so I'm losing about 7/100ths of a second.
So our
That's
fastest lap is a 1:28.5.
losing about a tenth in the first sector to Charles Leclerc. And I have a very significant advantage in the second sector and also in the third sector. So if I gain that 1/10 in the first sector, this will probably go down to a 128.4. But 128.5 is not a bad this thing at all. Amazing lap time, given that I'm playing with assistance shit. Pretty impressive. What the hell
The
just
report's
happened?
good. We're looking at a dry session.
Okay. Reports good. We're looking at a dry session. I just need to have a look at, keep looking at my Discord to see when these guys come online for this thing. So ignore the black screens, please. What's the difference? So on a new set of tires, we should have like a significant advantage of at least 4/10. Let's have a look. Let's see how that goes. The amount of buffering made that sad. Taking a wider line through the last corner to set our car up straighter. Are we positive on our first lap delta? Probably not yet. Right now we are probably around by a tenth. A tenth and a half now.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Somebody tell this guy to shut up, man. I'm losing my mind. Alright, we lose over half a tenth in that one particular corner. A slight lockup. We're still half a tenth up on our previous best. Alright, we are half a tenth up on our previous delta, which means another 128.5 or 128.4. $128.50, which is not bad again. Let's return to the garage and have a look. Needed to hydrate a little. So we are still losing time in the first sector, and Lando Norris holds the purple in the first sector, which is. And so Vettel is out on his flyer, is he? Right, I think we can retire from this session because we're gonna get pole, obviously.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our
Take
top
pole
three.
by 7/10 almost. Alright, so they said 7 o'clock. These people said that we will be starting at 7 o'clock. Let's see now. I can, until I don't get a notification on
Welcome
Discord,
to
I
the
can
Bahrain
continue
International.
a little bit of
So with
warm
the
up
race-
slash practice or whatever. Let's have a look at strategies. We don't need like so much fuel. As a strategy, we'll put in an alternate strat here. The alternate strat would work better for us, probably. Also, let me disable streamer mode on my Discord so that I can hear the notifications if any pop up. Alright, we're back. Streamer mode on Discord has been disabled. We'll be able to hear the notification sounds. This fucking piece of shit won't go live. Okay, now it did. Alright, so we've selected an alternate race strategy. We've set up a few loads and
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears. So go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please.
alright, not a problem. Thank you for dropping in, Sohail. See you next time, whenever, probably tomorrow, if I stream the race and everything. Right, by the looks of it, I'm the only one starting on mediums. Everybody else behind me is on softs. And we need to make sure that we warm up our tires enough. I did not check tire pressures. Fucking hell. I had to check tire pressures. If the tires are not filled up properly, I may not get enough temperature or may lose, I don't know. By the looks of it, I'm not getting enough temperature in the tires, so that means the tires are like under pressured or something. It would not have the optimal amount of air in them. But let's try. They are mediums. Comparatively takes longer and more to bring them up to temperature. Alright, so the rares have come up to temperature. Now another problem that I'm generally going to face is that at the end of the formation lap I used to do burnouts or something before reaching the grid spot to make sure that my rear tires are up to the mark and like have enough heat in them, and now because of the stupid assist restrictions that are there, I won't be able to do that either. So that means the entire warm up of my tires is dependent on the formation lap. Trying to get them to 80 at least.
Decent parking. Let's try and get a good launch as the lights go out.
Alright, let's see.
Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights.
We need to get a good launch. Taksh मुझे add करेगा. Taksh, you can put in the commands on in the chat, and like for example you can put in exclamation mark Steam, and the chat bot will provide you with my Steam friend code and my Xbox ID and stuff, and you can send me a request using that. So if you're interested in getting added to my friend list, you can do, that's how you can proceed. As I'm in the middle of a race right now, sort of a practice session for me. Alright. So we lost 2 places in the start. One to Verstappen, the other to Norris in the McLaren. And Norris hits... What? Norris hits Verstappen. Verstappen spins out, turn 10. He's off. Verstappen is off. Norris has taken the lead. We are getting chased by Esteban Ocon in the Alpine with Bottas in P4 and George Russell in P5. What wheel do you use? I am currently using a Logitech G29.
Okay to use your overtake button.
F1 India is a Discord server slash an Instagram page, which is sort of a community for Indian people who like and follow F1 or want to know more about F1. So they have a league race where you can participate, like you will be racing against other drivers. So that's the name of the league, F1 India League. F1 India meme wala, yes, that's the page, yeah. Alright, I'm trailing Lando by 1.1 and leading Ocon by 1.2. I should be getting DRS, and that's a 132.3, which is the fastest lap of the session. I will be getting... No, I won't be getting DRS now.
The car behind started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most of it.
Alright, by the looks of it, Ocon is losing his soft tires while we are getting to grips of it. While our mediums start to work, the softs are going to start to drop off, and that's there was this thing where you had to sign up for it. There was a link provided of Google for a Google form where you had to sign up for it, provide your Discord ID, your EA ID and everything. And if you did not do that until the deadline, you cannot see it or be a part of it anymore. because the registrations are locked now, like they're done. You cannot register anymore. Is it gone now? Yes, it is.
Okay, clear.
Alright, so Gasly is out. Somebody give me DRS now, come on. I did put in a personal best in the second sector. A 132.2 in race pace. Alright, so we're pretty damn close to Lando Norris at the while we are nearing the end of fourth lap. The gap is under 4 tenths. Okay, now it's above 4 tenths. But I believe on the pitch straight we can make this move stick with DRS. As you can see, we are around 2.6 seconds ahead of the people of the entire pack behind. I don't know what's Russell doing there, sitting. We have DRS, but we are a couple of car lengths behind. It wasn't enough for us to send ourselves in there. I almost lost the rear of the car there. Tires seem to be working fine. No troubles with tire wear or the loss of grip for now, at least. If anything, our tires are gonna get into the right working window now and give us better performance as the softs start dropping off. If you notice carefully, you can see Lando sliding throughout a few corners on the exit, which means his rears are kind of giving up.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs.
Just a few car lengths behind this time as well. Lando goes defensive. Can we get a switchback? No, he's trying to cover the line. We don't have enough traction to go around and make a switchback, but that's alright. Next DRS straight, we'll get him. The fuck, bro, Lando? Come on. He locks up, does not let go.
Use overtake now. Come on, push hard.
Right, so we are wheel to wheel, but he's turning in on me, fam. You can fuck off now, Lando. Alright, the car feels very light at the moment for some reason. I don't know what it is. Is it because of my setup? But it feels very different, very light on the steering wheel. as opposed to previously where it felt so heavy and I could really sense the understeer coming in. But so I think the setup that we've used for now has worked wonders for us. But now I don't remember what all I did in the setup. I think we may have to go for the 9th lap, try and overcut on these medium tires, because undercutting on mediums going to softs may not be the best option. Also, just a moment, let me have a look at this thing, the F1 League thingy. By the looks of it, nobody is online. It did say practice at 7 p.m. Oh no, wait, it said 8 p.m. Mate. Okay, so by the looks of it, the practice is at 8 o'clock and not 7. That was my mistake there. But anyway, this gives me more time to analyze my setups and make changes that I feel are appropriate. So that's a good thing. I did significantly also reduce the amount of downforce on my setup as opposed to the previous one. And I did go purple in the second sector. That's good shit. Alright, so towards the end of lap number 8, we are down by a tenth and a half. Lando Norris behind us is pitting for a new set of tires, and so is George Russell. We're gonna go for an absolute push lap right now, as this is gonna be our in lap. We need to make sure that we gain as much time as possible to everybody behind us, since we're going for an overcut. We're already up by 2 tenths in the first sector.
The car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.5 seconds.
Box this lap.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Alright. So we have a very significant advantage to the rest of the
Perfect
field
job
behind
from
us.
you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
And we will comfortably come out in first place, even after the pit stop.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
Alright, now the warm-up phase. This is gonna be tough. Gotta make sure we do not lock up. We do not lose grip. Should went a little too wide there. Let's quickly finish this race, start up another practice session, and figure out the perfect setup for our car for the upcoming race tomorrow, the qualifiers tomorrow rather, as the race will be next week. So turn number 4, we brake a little after the 100-meter board, turn in, exit in the 4th gear. Then here we go after hitting the curbs here, down to 5th gear with a brake
And the
tap.
gap behind us is 3.7 seconds.
Here exit in the 3rd gear. Now we brake just a little bit before the 50-meter board, using a higher gear in 5th. Now into 7th, hugging the inside. A little touch to the curbs on the apex there. And we stay close to the left side of the track. Braking a little before 50 meters, like around 70 probably. 130.6 in race pace on the soft tires, which is amazing.
That's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
Braking at 100 meters, turning in, exit in 4th gear once again. Staying close to the left of the track. Turning in 4th gear now. Okay, one thing that we need to remember is that in race, the race pace or like whatever, we need to stay off the curbs as much as we can. Like, be very careful with the curbs, especially the one over here on the inside on the right. Last couple of laps to go, we are leading very comfortably.
Gap to your teammate behind is 9.2 seconds.
Going a little wide through there. Turn 9, turn 10, possibly one of the trickiest section of this track. A little slow through here, but that's alright. As long as we don't spin out, don't mess it up. Losing a couple of tenths is more acceptable. You need to be careful on this turn as well. Not lose the rear end by overpowering the car. got 2 more laps to go. We are comfortably in the lead. Going a little wide. Alright, so we are almost at 25% tire wear for all of our tires, and tire temps are north of 40, which is alright. No, north of 90, sorry, which is alright. Left rear seems to be overheating. But I think this is gonna happen if we have assists enabled, especially traction control. Keeping rear tire temperatures, it's gonna be very difficult for me. If I be careful on acceleration and exit the way I am with when I am off traction control, it's gonna slow me down. If I'm not, it's gonna cause me to lose rear grip pretty quickly with overheating. Let's see what can be done. Can we possibly have a lower tire temp for the rear tires?
Okay, this is your final lap.
Alright, final lap of the race. We are leading by almost 10 seconds. Let's dump our entire battery through this lap, get another fastest lap. Let's see if we can do a sub 130 in race pace. Alright, so we've gone purple in the first sector. We're gonna dump our entire battery out for this lap. A little wide there, missing the apex. Going purple in the second sector as well. The way we've dumped our battery now, it should very easily give us a sub 130. But even a low 130 would be acceptable. 129.5. That's an insane lap time.
That's the race win. That is the race win. You've been amazing today, mate. You deserve that. Well done.
Smiling faces on the pit wall. And I can see the
Well, that was a decent race. Not bad.
Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you
Alright, I believe we should do another one. Practice, because I need to set up my car setup perfectly, since I'm using a mixture of two. Right, let's try a full practice session. I don't know if the car damage was standard in this thing, but let's go ahead and have a look with it. In the meantime, let me check Discord. What's popping with these guys? Nothing. Alright, so Discord is still empty, but let's get here into car setups. So I believe I need to use, I want the downforce of this one particular setup, the one that's here, but I want the remaining to be this. It's 55 51, this is alright. 715146.
Okay,
Alright.
forecast looking good for this session. We've got dry weather all the way.
Brake bias is 0 7 1 5 1 4 and 6. This should be this much. Transmission should be 50 and 51. Let's keep it at 55 for now, and we'll see, we'll switch it back. 20 to 25. Alright,
There
so
are a few cars out on track. Perhaps we should get out there before it gets too busy.
Bahrain trial error setup. We'll have to see how does this setup particularly work for us. What kind of pace will we be able to put in? And we'll have to go with soft tires. And we'll have to go with a hot lap. So the track seems clear. Car temps, tire temps are good. Let's put in a hot lap on these soft tires and see how does it work out for us. Heading into turn 1, north of 320 kmph. Nope. Going wide. Not the best turn 1 that I've taken. So we do go purple in sector 1. Yeah, I think this setup feels good. Did I put in a 107.8 in the second sector?
You're nearly out of fuel,
129.9.
almost out of fuel. You need to pit within the next 2 laps.
See, I'm gaining almost 4 tenths in the first turn itself if I nail it. That means I'm automatically down to a low 129s.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
This turn was also nice in the 4th gear. So by the looks of it, we'll be putting in a 129.3.
Alright, in this lap please, box this lap. When driving with the pit assist disabled, you'll need to be mindful of your speed when
Mate,
entering
somebody
pit lane.
shut Jeff
If you
up,
hit the limiter
man.
line too fast, you'll pick up a penalty. Watch the on-screen prompts that
No.
show your target speed and distance to the limiter line.
We lost a shit ton of time through the last sector at least. But that's also got to do with, well, the low ERS, high tire wear. You see, on a new set of softs, I can go a second faster. Lance Stroll is the only one, and now Esteban Ocon, who've done a soft tire run. Mick Schumacher, Alexander Albon, every one of the top teams are doing race strategies by the looks of it. Except for us, where we've gone for a quali run direct. We've put in 2 quali laps.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top 3, who are...
Whoa! Just made him shut up right in the middle. Alright, so practice 2. Should we go for practice 2? Or should we just skip to quali? Let's skip to quali. We don't need any more practice. Just, and by the looks of it, our setup is also pretty damn good. The only thing that we need to check here is the tire pressure. The tire pressures look fine. One thing that I also want to check would be what kind of tire pressures is he running, 22.5 and 23. And in the trial error setup that we have, 23 and 23 and 22, 25 and 23. Alright, so let's try this tire pressure for the quali, and then we'll bring it back to a 22.5 and 23. Once we're done with the quali runs. What all setup I have and how much it costs? Well, for starters, I have the PC, which costs around 1 lakh, and then I am using currently a Logitech G29, which costs at an average of 20-25,000 depending on where you are. So yeah, I mean that. If you want, you can play this game on a controller as well, and a controller shouldn't cost much. Right, so turn 1. Alright, better braking through turn 1. Exit line could have been better through there. Holding it off. Going purple through sector 1, a little bit of the curb on the inside. Now flat out in 6th gear. Down to 3rd. Should we exit in 3rd? We need to do a 105 in the 2nd sector anyhow. We can't be going above that. A 106.5 in the 2nd sector split, which is not ideal, obviously, given that we are faster through the 2nd sector generally, but well. And losing the touch to the apex. 128.4. It's an insane lap time. Let's go. We are on fire. So I think that one run should be enough for us. We don't need another one. If that's the kind of lap time we are able to put in, that's it, mate. Don't need nothing else.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look.
I mean, see, it depends on what you want. So what you need to understand first is that when it comes to sim racing, as it's said, or as it's called, there are a lot of things in sim racing. There is like entry level sim racing, and then there is expert level and stuff like that, professional level. So if you go for a professional level setup, that costs you, the entire setup costs you around 1 lakh, probably north of 1 lakh for the entire professional sim setup. But when you go for the entry level one, that can you can easily get a decent thing in 20-25,000, like the Logitech G29, which is the perfect entry level racing wheel. So that is something that you can buy easily off of Amazon or a retail store for that matter, wherever you stay. Whereas if you go for things like, you know, the Thrustmaster or the Fanatec or the Moza racing setup or whatever, then that is something that you'll have to buy from their own websites, and probably have to import the entire setup because they don't particularly produce or sell in India. So it's like that. So you need to figure out, you need to do a good bunch of research as to what you want and how you want it, and only then you can decide like where and what you need to buy. That's my suggestion. And if you're actually looking to get into sim racing, and if you have a budget restriction, particularly let's say you cannot spend as much, I would suggest save up a little bit of money and buy a Logitech G29 or a Thrustmaster T300, which are the entry level racing wheels, which give you good enough force feedback for you to understand how the game works and how the wheel works, etc., etc. And let's say you do not have a budgetary restriction and you can spend like whatever amount you want, then close your eyes and directly go for the Fanatec CSL or the Fanatec Podium F1 DD, something of that sort. Also, before we begin this race, I would like to take a short intermission, get myself something to drink a little bit, and then come back and continue this race. So stay tuned, we'll be back with the Bahrain Grand Prix in a moment. And in the meantime, I shall let you guys enjoy a little bit of music. Yep, I am well aware of that, and I will be going late for quali. But since now I'm just practicing with bots and I'm trying to get my setup right, like the kind of setup I want for my car in the quali, that is the reason I'm trying to do as many runs as possible to get the perfect this thing on my car and the wheel. Like I want a perfect grip. I don't want to be losing out. Hence, I am doing multiple runs and multiple practice sessions. Otherwise, yeah, I have plenty of experience with league racing, so I know how things work and how I need to go. Thank you for your advice, though. Really appreciate it. Well, I wanted to play some music, but I can't find it for some reason. I don't know what the hell's wrong. But anyway, I'll be right back in a couple of minutes, not too long. I'll just get myself some water or something else. And yep, then we'll be back to the Bahrain Grand Prix. Another practice session before we go in with the other guys on our Discord for the league. So, yep, stay tuned, and we should be back real soon. Enjoy the music in the meantime.
Memories die out too hard. And we were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest seas. We set down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. I remember the ocean, memories die out too hard. But we were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest seas. We sat down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club.
Alright, we're back. Let's head Yep, that was good enough. Let's head back into the game and race. One thing that I feel like also doing is doing a little bit of time trials, but let's not go there. Let's continue racing. We need the race practice time trial conditions are too pristine.
It's race day and our drivers are all out on the grid performing their final checks before we get underway here at the Bahrain International Circuit. There's no shortage of passing opportunities around the 3.36 miles of the Bahrain International Circuit, with the best, of course, at turn 1, and then another soon after into turn 4. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, and we could see 1 or 2 flat spots into that tight left-hander of turn 10. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position.
So we're
and
starting
Max Verstappen
on
lines
pole
up alongside. Looking
with
at the rest of
Verstappen
today's
behind
grid,
us.
we have Leclerc, Russell, Fernando Alonso and Sainz, Ocon, Perez, Bottas and Lando Norris, Magnussen, Vettel, Alex Albon and Tsunoda, Gasly, Joe, Daniel Ricciardo and Lance Stroll, Mick Schumacher and Nicholas Latifi.
The
It's almost
GOAT
time for the lights
starting
to go out,
P20.
so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And I'm delighted, as always, to introduce Anthony Davidson, who'll be taking...
Anthony Davidson, Martin Brundle. What kind of a strategy should we go for? We did try the alternate strat previously. So this time around, let's try and go with the original strat of starting on the soft and then heading on to the medium.
Okay, so everything looks good on the power unit cycles, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature.
Let's get temp into those tires. So we have Verstappen, Leclerc and Russell right behind us at the start. So it's important for us to get a good start into turn 1 and make sure that we can defend our position, especially the inside line against Verstappen.
Expect it to remain dry all the way through.
Want to keep engine temperature below 110. Can't let it go higher. But I somehow need to gain tire temperature. So it's important for me to grip. So the rear seems to be coming up to temperature, and now so do the fronts. Approximately 3 more degrees. We need to be north of 80 or at least touching 80. Make sure that we've got a good grip at the start. Alright, so the rear seems to be up to temperature now, and kind of so do the fronts. We're touching 80 on all 4 tires. Perfect
Incredible
parking there.
Nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts. Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Verstappen gets on the inside, and Russell is jostling for position with Leclerc, and he makes it past. Russell moves up into P3. We are down to P2. Russell is trying to go around the inside, but we cover him off, and Leclerc is back. And a very wild attempt by Leclerc there. What the fuck? Bots be wildin'. Verstappen has already pulled out 1 second ahead. Russell has dropped down to P6. Something seems to be wrong with the Mercedes. For some reason I can never match up to the straight line speed of these bots. They've got absolute rocket ships in the straight line. Even with such low downforce. Ow, no. Lucky for me, no warning. I'd have to expend more than half my battery to just stay close by to these guys. In the straight line at least. I can do better in the corners because my car is set up that way, but straight line, it's nearly impossible. Look at the way he's just pulling away.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy. Come on.
This is what I was talking about. I need to be very, very careful of the curbs and very careful on my input. Whoa. I believe I may have ruined my tires there.
We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
We've got to stay close by to Leclerc and overtake him under DRS conditions.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
I don't particularly care about the car behind. I'm more worried about the car in front. I may have to use a little bit of battery to get ahead on the pitch straight if I want to start catching Verstappen, because Verstappen is up ahead by 2.5 seconds now. I'm gonna have to play it smart. Thanks for leaving space on the inside, Leclerc. You're a good man.
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
I still don't have the fastest lap, and with ERS and DRS I still couldn't make it past Leclerc in the straight line, which just goes to show that these fucking bots have like rocket ships to pull them across on the straights. I'll gain like 3 tenths in one corner to Verstappen and lose more than half of that in one straight line. From clear of Leclerc behind, so no threat of DRS from Leclerc. Got to cover up the gap and move closer up front though now.
Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 1.7 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1 minute 32.4. Right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap.
I'm losing 1/10 a lap. Driver in front.
It's Verstappen ahead, and gap to the car in front is 1.4 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1:32.2. 1.2 seconds advantage per lap. Keep going.
Wait, I'm gonna have to check Discord and see what's poppin'. Well, no update yet, so we can carry on. Is Verstappen gonna box now? Not yet.
We're going to box this lap and push hard on the in-lap. You're pulling out a second a lap on the car behind. Really good stuff.
Can we make the move on Verstappen going into turn 10? No, we are probably a little too far behind.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
We should have been alongside in turn 9, and then we could have possibly put in a move at turn 10, but since that did not happen, and Verstappen seems to be sliding, losing rear grip through that one particular corner, and now I believe he will do so at the exit of this one as well. Verstappen goes defensive. That switch back is good enough,
Great manoeuvre, you made it look so easy.
but we decide to box, undercut Verstappen. Let's see how it goes. We've got another Red Bull coming in,
That was a fantastic
which
stop.
is the Red Bull of
Faster than we were
Perez,
expecting.
and we are going to drop down considerably very low in the order, but that's all right.
That was our last stop.
If we manage to
All scheduled
put
pit
in
stops.
a
Let's
good
go.
outlap, well, if we manage to tail Lando and get in DRS towards the back straight and don't lose too much time behind him, possibly we may have a good outlap and we may manage to undercut Verstappen. But if that doesn't happen, then we may have some sort of a disadvantage towards the end of this race, where he will have possibly one lap fresher tires as compared to us. So while the DRS is helping, but not enough for us to make it past Lando. The dirty air from Lando's car is definitely gonna affect us and our tires, and he will be slower on the turns because he's on the older set of soft tires as opposed to
Okay,
us.
George is coming in for his stop.
And Lando manages to give us DRS down the pitch straight, and we have managed to make the undercut work. Sorry, undercut on Verstappen has worked. We are currently in the net race lead as the AlphaTauri of Yuki Tsunoda hasn't boxed yet, and we also have a very comfortable advantage of about 2 seconds over Verstappen in P3, or net P2 rather. Go purple through the first sector on our newly warmed mediums. Let's see what kind of a sector split do we get in sector 2 on these new mediums. A 1086, which is slower than our previous best. Not good. We were possibly a second slower there.
The car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now.
Engineer quiet.
Got that confirmed.
Thank God. So yep, we move up into the net race lead at the moment as Yuki Tsunoda boxes for a new set of tires. We see the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc comes out on a set of hards, whereas everybody else around him is on a set of mediums. Fernando Alonso in the Alpine has moved up into P3, and it's turning out to be an amazing race for him. Well, our race pace seems to be depleting. We are losing ground. Oh, one thing I completely forgot doing was trying out Logash's setups. What's the time? Let's have a look at the time. It's 8 o'clock already. Let's check out Discord. If people are here. Well, it does not seem like people are here. Well, what should we do? What should we do is the question. I think another short break is called for. Well, alright, let's have a look at Discord. What's poppin'? Are people here? Yep, well, people are here, a few of them. Hmm. Alright. Hmm. So, alright, looks like people are joining at the moment, one by one, and is it like an open lobby? Or confirm. Oh, so this is the guy that Priyan was talking about the other day. Good is Bacon, who is apparently as quick as I am. So we may have to quit the Grand Prix that we are doing at the moment. We'll do that. Join um the lobby of whatever, and then switch. So I asked this guy if the lobby is open. He says yes, you can join, but it is not open. Now, how should I bloody join him, mate? Yep, join game. Here I am. Right, so I am in the lobby, and we'll be starting very soon. And I'm just gonna keep this here only. I'm gonna move it. Oh, we've gotta wait for everybody to join in and whatever. So let's wait up until the session starts. Wait, Aman left. The floof. Can I make him the lobby leader? No, I cannot for some reason. The floof once again. Why am I the lobby leader, fam? What is the role of fuel mix in race? So, well, there used to be a role of the fuel mix in race earlier, up until 2018 or 19, I believe, for that matter, until 19. But after that, the FIA changed things up. They changed regulations up. So now there is no particular this thing in role of the fuel mix. It's just when you are on an outlap, uh, when you're on a banker, so you just put it to lean so that it does not use as much fuel. It saves you a little bit, and then once you start your flying lap or whatever, it gets to standard. So now technically there is only one particular fuel mix which is standard. The lean mix reduces the performance very slightly so that you can cruise a little bit and it does not heat the engine up too much. So that's basically the only thing that is fuel mix now. Earlier there used to be like a rich mix, lean mix, standard mix, and you also had a maximum capacity which was termed as the party mode for Mercedes back in 2018 and 2019. But I believe after the entire fuel scandal of Ferrari in 2019, where they were using a different type of fuel injection and stuff for their engine, since then it was changed quite a bit. So yeah, now I don't think there is that much of this thing. And it's also that, like, during a safety car or a yellow flag or something of that sort, you switch to fuel mix, you switch your fuel mix to lean so that you can save a little bit. How many tires you get for a weekend? So the tire allocation, I believe now is 8 sets. It's a total of 13 sets, and it's 8 sets of softs, 3 mediums and 2 hards, I believe. Yeah, I think it's a total of 13 with 8 softs, 3 mediums and 2 hards. But then again, it depends on the circuit and the tire allocation overall and stuff like that. In esports, yeah, I think in esports, if you go for a balanced this thing for tires, then it's 13. I believe it's capped at 13. Yeah. So people are joining one by one. Let's hope we have a nice, successful session. I mean, I prefer both. I enjoy both of them. I honestly couldn't choose one, you know. I thoroughly enjoy doing both, as you can see on my streams and on my channel in general. So it's practically impossible for me to choose one. Had I not had the racing wheel, I would have gone for F1 manager, but since I have the racing wheel, I choose. I can't choose actually then because I have the racing wheel now. We not a tournament particularly, but there are quite a lot of leagues that happen within themselves. F1 India, for example, the league that I'm participating in right now, this is one indigenous league that happens. And then there is one more for IRC, which is the Indian racing community, which is filled with, you know, drivers and people who will absolutely and thoroughly enjoy all sorts of racing, be it NASCAR, IndyCar, or Le Mans, GT racing, call it whatever, endurance championships. So that IRC is also a very huge community. They have their own leagues and tournaments for not just Formula One, but they have it for Assetto Corsa and Assetto Corsa Competizione and a lot of other things. Yeah, official is just one which happens by F1 and stuff like that. So officially you can't have a separate tournament for each country. You can only have one which happens, which is the F1 esports, official F1 esports. So if there is a particular Indian driver who's capable enough to, you know, compete at that level, that person can easily join. I don't think there is a restriction on nationalities in the official F1 tournament, but oh shit, I forgot about my setups. Like, what kind of this thing? Auctions? No, I don't think there's an auction. This isn't IPL, mate. That you'll have auctions here. It ain't IPL, bro. So the official F1 game has something which is called qualifiers, where they give you a scenario. You have to run that scenario at the highest possible difficulty with the least amount of assists and complete it as fast as possible. When you do that, your name shows up on the leaderboard, and then the top 20 people or the top 40 people are divided into two separate groups in tiers and whatever. And then you have multiple races, which are again called the F1 qualifiers, amongst those 40 people in two sets of 20 each in a grid. And the best drivers from that this thing are invited or selected for you know things further. I should be making a new livery as well for, yeah, as I was saying. So once you do that, once you come out as a good top driver, then the teams approach you that all right, you join our team and become a reserve or a development driver, or then they give you a chance to participate in the official F1 esports or in a different racing league or something like that. I don't know how long these guys are gonna take to get done with this stuff, mate. They're all just asking for invites, but nobody's bloody joining. Good, so we've got more people joining in now. No, there isn't a particular future of F1 esports in India because not a lot of people. I mean, Formula One has just started gaining popularity in India because of the Netflix series called Drive to Survive. People still don't understand how F1 works, what F1 is, and things like that. More importantly, uh, F1 is a type of a sport that not everybody enjoys watching or even playing for that matter. So there is no future for F1 in India. I don't think so. I mean, in the esports category, obviously. If someone decides to go for it, then I mean they can, but I highly doubt something like that's gonna happen anytime soon. It's gonna be quite a while before something like that happens. Nope. That circuit now it was very recently revived. So this year you will be having a MotoGP championship race in Delhi. Um, but as far as Formula One is concerned, Formula One is done with that circuit because the government refuses to uh, be sensible with it. So that entire circuit has just become sort of a showpiece now for people. Luckily now probably the increased popularity and obviously the MotoGP circuit race, if that puts some sense into the formula in Liberty Media to organize a race in India, then probably I don't know. And besides, there are many more uh, international circuits that are better and up to the mark. I mean, my one of my personal favorites is Sepang and Kyalami for that matter. I would rather watch a race at one of those circuits than the one in India. Well, quite a lot of F1 drivers do prefer the Indian circuit, but I don't know, it's very difficult. Yes, I am aware it's a grade 1 circuit because it was designed by Helmut Helmut Till or someone like that. Like he's a great designer. I live in Mumbai. He is a great one of the greats in circuit designing for Formula One. So I don't know what are these guys doing with by reading up and messing around. Like, also why are we doing a social play lobby and in Portugal? Like what the hell are these guys doing? Right now, what am I doing? Right now, I'm playing and streaming. We are supposed to have a qualifier practice for Bahrain, but for some reason I don't know what are these guys doing. Like what's happening here? I'm I'm waiting for people to join the multiplayer lobby so that we can get racing. Why are we playing Portugal? Why are we doing Portimao? I still don't get it. What's happening here? Never mind. Let's go ahead with it. I believe the only competition that I have right now is this guy, Good is Bacon. So I'll have to be very careful with a lot of things now. And I haven't driven Portugal in a while. Like, I haven't played this. Oh, great. I do not have a setup for Portimao. Amazing. Just amazing. Gone a little wide through there. Whew. That was a tough lap to do. Huh. What was the gap behind? 3.5 tenths, not bad. So I might not be able to pull off this race well because I do not have a setup. I may lose a lot of this thing in terms of straight line speed and even cornering for that matter. But let's see how it goes. Let's hope we do not have a formation lap. I do not want to do a formation lap. It's a fucking 5-lapper. No fucking hell.
Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Try to stay with them. We might make a mistake and we could still regain the position. Okay, DRS is now available. Green flag. Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
That was close race, mate. It's fucking unlucky that I did not have a setup. I was 3 tenths faster. But, oh, mate. Who left? Oh, still waiting on people to join. Let's see when does this work out. Quite a few people in the Discord, quite a few people in the lobby at the moment. Waiting for everybody else to join. Good as bacon. Alright, this guy's playing on the PS. Well, he did race very well. I was pretty impressed at the race etiquette, the overall race craft was really nice. Finally, good to see a nice, clean racer, someone impressive. It's quite rare nowadays. Is this my F1 life in the background? If so, why do I have an empty bay? Why do I not have a car there? Why do I not have a car here? I don't think it's mine, but let's see. Anyway, let's see overall. We're just having some random races because cheese is yet to arrive. I do have to visit the washroom. So I'll be right back. I'll have this open in the background while these guys decide what needs to happen, and I'll visit the washroom and be right back in a moment, lads. I also gotta check my stream time. Like, I think it's been 2 hours or more, probably. Started 2 hours ago. Like, it's been 2 hours. What are we doing? Bro, these guys are fucking fucked in the head. Ah, Monza? Are we playing Monza? Looks like it. Oh, fuck.
अरे रेडी मत करना गाइस आई एम रेडी वेट्रेस लगाओ क्या कैन आई पुट ए वेट्रेस ऑन द वेट्रेस ठीक है. Let's talk with wet race, right? It's a wet race, okay? Ready, ready.
Wait, are we like doing a long race or something? Is it like a 25% race? Holy shit. So Monza. Let's hope that the inters work well. If not, and if it's a wet, it's like a complete wet weather, this thing, I am screwed. Understeering a little too much. Nope. Completely lost it there. If I'm able to nail a Scary, oh, fucking hell no. I mean, I thought if I could nail a Scary, I could get pole position. But P4, not bad, it's alright. I don't mind it. I haven't driven Monza or a wet race in quite a long time, so it's okay. We'll see how does the race go. Who did I get out qualified by? Damn. Race pace, I'ma eat them all up. Unless I don't spin out or something of that sort. If I'm able to keep it on track, I win. If not, I lose. As simple as that. All I gotta do is keep it on track and try to make moves safely. Watch out, especially for turn 1. Hello Taksh, welcome back. We are just doing a few social races with the people on the F1 India Discord. This is why is it a 13 lap race, fam? Why are we going so long? Why can't we just stick to 5 lappers, mate? I think I needed additional downforce. I needed at least 2 more clicks of downforce on both ends, but yep, let there be carnage.
Yellow flag.
What the fuck is happening here?
Okay, there's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time, and there are so far no plans for a safety car. Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low, and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Well, what's the point of a safety car? There are like only 6 people remaining in the race. Who's got a drive through? Adikash has a drive through. Robin Hood has a 10-second. What is this guy doing, fam? Wow. Why do I get the penalty? He fucking crashed ahead, fam. What the fuck is this game? Oh boy. Wait, what are these guys doing? Why do we have a 13 fucking lap race then, fam?
We're expecting this light rain to stay with us. We don't think we'll see a change in the weather throughout this entire session. Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap. You've got to give that position back, mate. We're under safety car conditions and you can't overtake. Return the
I
position.
did not even overtake. What the fuck is this game, fam?
Okay, clear. We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button. Okay, the gap behind is 2.4 seconds.
What is this guy trying to do? Fucking hell.
Wow, that was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
Hey, bhai, Merc side pause. Are you here, Sainath?
हाँ रेस हो गया
भाई कौन था ये बंदा? ये प्रोटोटाइप कौन है?
नहीं वो प्रोटोटाइप शायद बेल्ट में स्टक है आई गेस तो क्या हो गया
Bro, I am side by side along him in two corners and he's squeezing me out. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? Is this what I expect in the fucking league now?
हाँ इसीलिए तो ये बस प्रैक्टिस है यू विल सॉर्ट चीज ने तो वही बोला था सी लाइक क्वालिफाइड सो देन
He's fucking squeezing me out in two corners, pushing me into the wall.
can't expect so we'll have something like without this damage next one that's better
यार पहले टर्न पे कोई टैप करेगा सीधा कॉल इसके रूट पे जाना
अरे तो आराम से जा रहा था मेरे को टोक दिया कि जैसे कि क्या ही बताऊं
नहीं मैं तो मेरा स्टार्ट बहुत अच्छा था देखो किसी ने पहले टर्न पे टैप किया पीछे से ये प्रोटोटाइप कौन था उसने बेचारे ने वो रेज नेल को डाल दिया बहुत
I swear, fam, like, I get it, it's a social race or whatever, and the result does not matter, but fucking hell, fam. Oh god. Well, 7 more laps. Let's watch these guys unfurl into a different type of shit altogether because none of them can fucking race to save their fucking life. Just sitting here waiting for these fools to complete this shit. Sitting there and scrolling through fucking reels now because of them. Is that a telemetric bug, or is he actually revving in the first gear? Maximizing throttle, like maximizing the revs on each this thing on full throttle. That would, by the looks of it, he's on full traction control. If the telemetric data is correct, must be a bug actually, because it doesn't look like it. Wouldn't be this fast with full traction control. And yeah, he is on a controller. Insane pace for a controller. Like both of these guys, in fact. Kim Jong-un, is he on a controller as well? We'll see by the steering movement. Well, the steering movements seem pretty smooth. So either he is on a controller and is very good with it, or he's on a wheel. It's something we will get to know later on. Is he locking up? Yeah, he locked up into turn 1. A huge lock up into turn 1. Huh? Yeah, he's locking up way too much. Oh, he's either on medium. He's mostly on medium traction, I believe. And I think he's on a wheel too. Huge lock up into turn 1 and taking too much curb on the exit. It's causing wheel spin. Goodis Bacon is very consistent in his laps, and he also has a lot more ERS to play around with, while Kim Jong-un has very 20%. He's at 50 and increasing the gap sufficiently, and we just saw Kim Jong-un spin out, and there's a yellow flag, and I don't think there is a recovery from this. Robin Hood with a 25-second penalty, Prototype with 8 seconds penalty. Fucking ridiculous, these two guys, man. Kim Jong-un is spitting for some reason on the last lap of this race. And why is the Red Bull and the Ferrari crew also preparing for a pit stop? It's just weird. Kim Jong-un has dropped back to 4th place, but the other two up ahead have a significant amount of penalties, which I believe given Kim Jong Un's skill level will help him cover that up very easily and still have him finish in P2 in this particular race. Ooh, Goodis Bacon gets a 3-second time penalty, which I believe would be for exceeding track limits. And here we can see Kim Jong Un struggling with his car, fighting the oversteer in the wet. He is on a new set of intermediates, should give him good grip, but I believe this is his out lap after the pit stop, uh, which means tire temps are going to be a concern. And for exceeding the track limits, he just gets a 3-second penalty as well. So I don't know how this race is going to end. The interval between Prototype and Kim Jong Un is over 12 seconds, but I believe he can cover that up. I don't know if Kim Jong Un will finish P2. If he can make this last lap stick and put in a purple through every sector. He did put a purple through the last sector on his out lap, and with a conservative use of ERS through the next part of the track, through Curva Grande and through less mode, I believe he can get in the fastest lap of the race and cut. He's already up by 2 seconds, I believe, in one corner. So there's still hope for him to make it up to P2 with everybody else having a significantly huge penalty as compared to him. So gap is down to 9 seconds now, and this is a blistering lap from Kim Jong Un. Going wide in multiple corners, is he going to get another penalty? And I don't think he did put in a purple sector through turn 1. I mean, purple through sector 1, but he has put in a purple through sector 2. The question is, can he hold off his lap until the final corner, until Parabolica? He has covered Ascari, had a little moment of oversteer through Ascari. Now around Curva Grande, Parabolica he goes. Where does he end? He ends P3. Well, pitting in the last lap, in the 12th lap out of 13 may not have been the best strategic call there. It's seriously ridiculous, this prototype guy especially. So back into the lobby, let's see how it goes. What do they do? How much more time are we gonna waste behind all of this? Heading back into the lobby, and hopefully we head to the qualies or whatever thing we were trying to do now. If not, I'm done, man. I'm tired as fuck. Been training for 2.5 hours, probably more. If we are not heading into the thing that we came here to do
Hello.
right now, I'm done with this shit.
Uh, you guys' race just finished, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Join
Okay,
this
don't start.
join my
We're not
lobby
there.
right now, and we are doing the preseason quality testing.
Can non-league players play?
For this, yes.
Wait, what
If
are
you
they
still want to
starting?
apply
Why is
for the league
everybody reading
plan,
up?
DM me.
What?
Okay.
What the fuck are these guys doing, fam?
I'll invite. Wait.
Who started
I'll
this?
invite everyone who's in
Oh
my
my god, these
online right now,
guys
basically in my friend
are.
list. So,
Man, every time I'm in a lobby with these guys, it just stresses me out. That's it.
who else? Send
Oh
your
god.
names in the voice channel. The text thing for the voice channel. Please send your names. To disconnect this fucking bot.
Oh my god, these guys, I swear, are something else altogether, man. Excuse me.
My God.
What happened?
He added the bot again.
Bro, who's hiding the bot? I'll remove the bot from the server, bro.
Sorry, you don't
Cheese,
have the perm.
cheese, send me an invite once again,
You
please.
publicly बोलना था. Yeah, I'll send you it. I'm sending everyone
Just
invite.
joking, bro. April Fools.
April Fool's, I know.
Regional, right? I can invite.
Yep.
I have invited Rajni also. Who else? Who
It's
else?
Fugazi
Everyone who
Ragasi
is.
invited.
Bro, just send your names in voice channel. The text
Or
thing.
just tell your name. That's fine as well.
it's not letting me join because you're offline on Steam. Jeez.
I
Who?
invited you, bro. I invited you.
Wait.
Join on me.
Uh,
Wait.
invite me.
How
Ghost
the fuck am I
P4X.
offline?
Ghost for X.
Let
Don't have you
me.
added, unfortunately.
Mercedes Sideboard has
Okay. Side pause invite, bro.
Why am I offline? Wait.
Who's Gehul Gandhi?
sideboards. I can see you on the
I couldn't
Regional
join it.
invited.
Aman, can you invite me, Aman? Can you
Oh,
invite
you didn't join in. Okay. Invited you. Mark side pods. Invited. Then
I should be online now on Steam.
sideboards. Can you invite?
Yeah,
Ghost.
just let's.
Yeah.
Who else? Sideparts is
What's your in-game
invited.
name? What's your in-game name?
Yeah.
Ghost.
In-game name is Ghost P4X.
Yeah, okay. Got it. Just-
Ghost P4X. Nice.
Oh, I'm also racing this or
That's
setting
invited.
times in this. Just because I'm
Sorry?
not doing any race direction in this one.
You're racing.
Yes, for this practice session only.
Bro, why is F122 lobby music is super max?
Who the fuck added the bot again?
No, but no, the word is not there. Oh, the word is not
So,
there.
No, your
bro,
bot is not there. The lobby
that's the
music
actual way.
inside game. Yeah, you can see my stream. You can see my stream also.
Bro,
Uh,
Really. I
No,
turned it off. Wait a minute.
April
so the
April 1st
50%
April 1st thing, I guess.
Did I
Oh
get?
no, bro. Wait, it was here.
No way, bro.
no,
Yeah.
50% also gives you 60 minutes of practice. That's good. We'll hop into the race directly.
100%, 100%, right?
Not
This thing
100%.
is.
No, 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 no. 50%.
So
Ah,
wait,
I should
wait,
do
bro.
100% as April Fool's joke. Wait a second.
Um,
We'll have to race all the 300 kilometers right now.
Wow.
Bro, yesterday was such a shit show, dude. How do I expect a 300-kilometer race? Anyone to finish a 300-kilometer race? Like, even one single person.
I mean, you
We
should turn
had,
off it. Don't put a high damage. It like
we have
high.
damage right now. Damage is standard, but okay, we should.
But the
Okay, I'll turn on.
Modi,
I'll,
try
I'll
to
reduce
try
it.
to
I'll
put
put it to reduce.
yeah. But the race was too awesome right now.
We'll see, bro. We'll just test it out in practice. There's no
This is
ghosting,
just
right?
ghosting is on. Ghosting is on for
Acha, acha, okay.
this.
Okay, fine.
For
I mean, we'll
tomorrow's
test it out
shorts,
today
it will
for the
be on.
race with reduced. If
Yes.
it's better, then we'll just
Yeah,
change
yeah.
the regulation if that's possible.
And why is the practice 60 minutes practice?
Because this
Oh,
is
Because
supposed to be
this is
practice.
a simulation for
okay, okay.
tomorrow. What we are doing.
Bro,
Uh,
prototype invited you to play, but don't come because you are crashing into
who else
everyone.
is left? Who else is left? Just tell me
They
in
can
the
join
chat.
in between as well, bro.
They can join. Okay, we'll
Yeah,
start.
yeah.
That's what I did
Practice
yesterday,
they
right?
can.
Okay, we'll start then.
I joined even between quali, like one shot quali doesn't work, but if it's like a short quali,
Hmm.
yeah, people can join late and then.
This is just a practice session, na, so they can join
They
anyways.
can do, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like even quali, you
Hmm.
can join. There's no issue
Sidepods
with
is
that.
also playing. Nice.
Yeah. I'll play for 2 laps and then go to spectate. Easy.
Nice.
Set times today, na. It's okay. You can set times. No need for spectating and all today.
Yeah, it's just for fun, bro. Tire allocation. Why
What
there's
we
so many, bro?
is
Okay, we have practice this way. Uh, ready, boys?
I'm doing tire allocation. Wait.
Okay. Starting 13 seconds.
I'll do balanced. Fuck it.
Aman, like when I'm screen recording this game, why is that like after when I'm seeing the VOD, I'm getting black screen on the call after taking
What do you
clips
mean?
from. There'll be
For
option, right? You can
for
press
what?
Alt Z and you can do instant replay
Huh,
for
huh,
5 minutes.
huh. Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
thing. I
I'm not
recorded
sure.
yesterday some things and I just got black screen over audio.
Wow.
Hello.
Go out on fucking softs right now. On mediums, I'll go out. Wait.
Guys, चालू कर दिया क्या?
Yes, you can still join.
You can still join, bro.
Who's, who is inviting me? Are sidepods you handle the invitations and all now once you are done with the practicing.
Yeah, sure.
Tomorrow onwards, I'll do this.
Nice, fine.
Oh, practice में करते हैं. Huh.
Someone has Robin Hood added. Can you invite him as well?
Yeah, I do. Wait a minute.
I think I have no invite him, bro.
I think I have. I'm already out on track right now.
Sure. Okay, I'm still in the box. So give me 1 minute. I'll invite.
Robin Hood, I invited you.
Post
Can you put it in the
I can't invite.
Can you put it in the F1 India League Racing chat or F122 game chat? F122. Right? Give your EA ID, please. Or else you can take mine and send me. What's your India name?
It's Mjolnir 69420.
Yes, I can't accept a friend request from side over.
Alright, so we're going on our first flying lap.
Can't accept a friend request from after joining the session. Can you send me your Steam ID? It's better.
Yeah, just a second. Let me just see. किसको सेंड करना है?
And my game is
मेरे को send
lagging
कर दो.
a
Like you want a Steam
considerable
ID or
amount
what?
now, so
Like, sir, put it in
what
the
I'll do
F1
after
game
this
chat. Fine.
is I will
Or
switch off
even the
my
league racing.
stream and continue.
Put it in the game chat or
Is there a thread? Okay, yeah, yeah, I got it.
this your EA Steam ID.
Go to same. Yeah, I have added.
Invited you. Yes, you got the invite.
Did it start?
Oh, you can join it. Oh, check from, or you can directly join from Steam. Just go to my friend and join the game directly.
Aman, move out of the
Or
way. Fuck.
wait, let me invite you on Steam. I invited you on EA.
Bro, he said this thing was on. Ghosting was on.
No, it's ghosting only when you're joining track,
Achha.
not the full ghosting. That is not never on, no.
Whole thing. So that's what I was saying. I thought that
Full
was on.
ghosting is not on.
That lap puts us P3. Well done.
Yeah, I can join via Steam.
Oh, okay. I invited you in game. You open your F1 and you'll see the option by pressing F10. Yeah, I did.
How do I have no damage?
No, because I have.
Or did the front wing fall off? It does feel like the front wing fall.
I mean, I saw your friend flying away, but I mean,
Okay, then it definitely fell off because I can't feel any front end downforce. No, dude, the whole front wing is there. Not even an end plate fell off.
bro,
Wow.
for me, your whole painting was on my car.
Bro. Not even an end plate fell off, bro. My tires are gone.
My rear wing is gone.
Okay,
मेरे को
easy,
invite भेज
easy
सेकंड.
stuff.
I sent you.
Rishan.
इधर है. Nishan, I sent
130.7
you.
on mediums.
Okay, did you get it?
I have like zero active.
Did you send on EA or did you send on?
Yeah, EA, EA. You'll see in
No,
the
I didn't get.
yeah,
I didn't get.
no.
Right, I think I'll call it an end for the stream because we've been streaming for quite a while now, and game sort of starts lagging a little bit, and
I
it's
still don't have anything.
whatever.
Yeah, I
So
got
Okay,
it.
I got
yep,
it. I
right.
got it.